Let's go. Bringing back a strap. 2 dubs in the strap. Yeah, we gotta grind. Let's go.
How you feeling?
What's up, baby? I'm feeling great. How are you?
Good. The doctor's here.
Rolling deep.
Who are all these people? Hey! What's up, man? Look at these braids, though, Benjamin.
Looking fresh. You can swim in these
Showtime.
best team in the world. Best coach in the world.
Second down. This goes to a couple. Or they rise to the occasion.
like it is.
So Dodd's elbow line is out of there.
Ooh.
Porter could reload it though.
Reach him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so tall. I didn't think he'd be able to reach him. Nice to walk up. It can happen very, very quickly.
It's an amateur bout in the welterweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Scores of 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision.
Amazing performance. We got the win. I think it was 30-27 all 3 rounds. Dallas was coming off of a loss, a big war. So there's always some hesitancy getting back in there. But he got the dub. He didn't take any damage, maybe a bloody nose, but he didn't take any significant shots. So he'll have a real quick turnaround, and we can look forward to seeing him fight again very soon. There's still a lot to work on, a lot of place to improve. I like that he put the guy down with that right hand. A lot of his previous fights, he'd pepper him up and he didn't really start catching people on the button and knocking people down. Now that he's done it once, he knows he can put people down with his punches, and you'll see a lot more of it.
I think one of the biggest things I noticed just from his previous fight is his head position. And I know that you guys have been working on it. He seemed a lot more comfortable when he was on the cage. He wasn't like putting his head in vulnerable positions.
Yeah, for sure. And that was the reason he lost his last fight. He got complacent with where his head is. He was rushing takedowns. And this time he was much more upright. He was fighting much more strategic, and he's got another catch wrestling match next weekend in the cage. So all of our guys will have the opportunity to cultivate that cage wrestling, cage submissions, and just get more comfortable being in there, having people throw submissions on them. Cage wrestling, and nowhere to go but up.
Cool, man. Well, I'm glad I got to come. It's been a cool day so far. I can't wait to see game day get this belt.
Another one.
to the red corner, Christian Ammons. Pounds. Fighting out of Marble Falls, Texas, he holds an amateur record of 4 wins. Only 1 defeat. This is game day. Christian Ammons. Now referee Nick Gonzalez with your final championship instructions.
Didn't quite have the position for it. Boxing over there up against the cage. An outside leg trip again. Very nice. Good shots here from Christian. Never gives up. Never gives up. Never competition.
So something that, as you mentioned, Michael, finding your own side.
Turned into the Egyptian. Christian Ammons is doing it at the elbows of Christian. Since the guy started to talk a little bit in the gym. 10 million views on what happened. For any anatomy enthusiasts at home, the liver is alarming in our crowd here. Look at the same though after 3 rounds. Oh, nice right hand from Christian. He's getting patient. To come back and take round 4. Yes, and later in the fight, when you win a round like that, after getting a little fatigued, you do get a signal. Oh, and dropped him with the jab. More so got him. That's exactly what I was about to say, Alex. I'm a Fury belt these days. You know, next level is just right around the corner. These guys have to drop picks up the double, makes the cut.
Nice shoulder shots there from Ammons.
Mat return. Zuniga.
Zuniga trying anything. Another big one for Ammons.
Still having fun in there.
And one more.
Suplex for good measure. Oh, and a good body kick.
And Christian Ammons have yourself a radical championship round.
Game day, Christian Ammons, and he is your new Fury Amateur Series Bantamweight Champion.
All right, so game day gets another belt. How do you feel about his performance?
It was a great performance. It was an exciting fight. His opponent was game. He could take a hell of a beating. I'm very proud of him. I look forward to the next one.
What are some things that you saw in there that he did that you were proud of?
His takedowns were on point. His head kicks were on point. Putting it all together. The other guy had a very one-dimensional game where all he did was have good boxing and counter wrestling. I think he took one shot that was stuffed. We're used to these one-dimensional fighters. A lot of the amateurs and even some of the pros here in Texas are pretty low level. And I'm coaching my fighters, game day in particular, to be ready to fight on the global stage, to be ready to go fight in Dagestan or Brazil or Japan or wherever this fighting can take them.
What are some things that you saw that need to be worked on, maybe moving forward?
One thing was him moving backwards in a straight line instead of angling off. And this is something we've talked about in multiple fights, so it'll definitely be addressed and drilled. There was a lot of improvement in his game, but Game Day's only been training with me for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. As far as he's come, he's only scratching the surface, and I have so much more to teach him. We have so much growing to do as a team. I have a lot of growing to do myself as a man and a coach. So it's a learning experience, and we'll all improve and we'll be better for the next one.
What do you think's in store for Christian in the near future? This is now his second belt in a year. Do you think it's going to get to the point where people are going to not want to fight him on an amateur level?
Well, we have plans. We have plans for him to be a multi-sport athlete. I want him to get kickboxing fights, kickboxing belts, Muay Thai belts, boxing. I'd like for him to do Golden Gloves. I mean, we're here at 10th Planet, one of the best jiu-jitsu gyms in the world. So I definitely want him to get known within the jiu-jitsu community and the grappling community. He was supposed to compete in a catch wrestling competition, but he broke his hand in the fight, so he'll have to pull out. It's just a hairline fracture, nothing serious. The goal is to not saturate wins in any one sport, so that way we can constantly move him around to different amateur venues and different amateur sports. And when he goes into kickboxing, when he goes into boxing, his record will be 0-0. So it'll be easy to find him matches, it'll be easy to find him fights. When we take little breaks from MMA and we come back, there'll be more opportunities to find him fights, because people will think that he's been inactive. People will forget how good he is, and they'll be braver and more willing to fight him. I appreciate everyone's support. And I really appreciate you, Joey. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.